Hello gamers, I'm back once again to review another game from the PlayStation 1 console. This time I'll be reviewing Beast Wars Transformers. Now, anyone who grew up in the 80s knew of the Transformers, but back then I wasn't really a fan of the Transformers Generation 1. It never really held my interest, but then Beast Wars came along and I was completely blown away as a child. It was one of the most influential and excellent TV shows I had seen as a child. I remember I used to save up my allowance just to get those toys. I mean, the toys themselves, I almost had every single one they had made at the time. All my friends, we'd play with them for hours and hours. And we'd always watch the show when it was on. I remember a couple of times I missed school on purpose just to see the newest episodes. I remember right, they were on at like 8 in the morning and I had to be at elementary school at 8. But, you know, either way, good times. And when I found out that there was a video game, I had walked into a video game store to rent a game, and I had seen it there on the shelf, and I had no idea that they even made the game. I never saw any advertisement for it, but, I mean, I don't know if there ever was. It was back then, you know, before the internet really got big, and, you know, I didn't have any subscription to game magazines. But, I can tell you, when I started playing this game, I was sadly disappointed that it was really nothing like the show. The game lets you play as both warring sides, the heroic Maximals and the evil Predacons. Each Transformer can be used to complete different levels, and each Transformer has abilities and stats for both Beast and Robot mode. It's important to look at every kind of level you're playing on and figure out which Transformer will have the easiest run through. Energon appears in the game as well. The longer you stay in robot mode, the more your purple meter drains, and if it empties, you lose the level and the Transformer. The only way to replenish your Energon meter is to either collect Energon crystals that are found or dropped by enemies, or stay in beast mode and regain your abilities. Sadly, in beast mode, you have no attacking abilities. You can only run and hide from enemies. Perhaps this was a foresight into what would happen in beast machines. Either way, if you die from lack of Energon or that your health decreases to nothing, you're able to recover that Transformer which you lost. In every level, there is a rescue mission icon. If you're able to get that, you will play a flying mission where you play as either Pterosaur or Air Razor. These are the only levels that they can be used in. But if you're able to win the level, you'll be able to get that lost Transformer back. The story has changed somewhat from the TV show. You still play as both warring sides, but now it seems that both sides have built up cities and other bases around the planet. Whichever side you choose, you must run through the entire level and terminate all enemy robots to stop the enemy's forces from continuing their operations. There are 3 parts to each area, and at the end of every third part of whichever level you've chosen, you will face a Predacon or Maximal boss, depending on which side you choose. And now we come to the bad part of the review. Now, I've played some bad games with horrible controlling in my day, but this one takes the cake. Controlling is frustrating at times, mainly when you get deep into a level, you're about to jump to a floating platform or jump across a canyon, and your character will miss and fall. And it's pretty frustrating. Also, adding to the bad voice acting, even for a game that was released in 1997, the game's texture and layout was pretty bad. Clipping and frames were horrendous, made most missions impossible, or the fact that you didn't even want to play anymore. A year later, the game was brought back for the PC and supported an 8-player online party. Originally, the PlayStation version was going to have a multiplayer mode, but it was eventually taken out in the final cut. Time to wrap this up. As much as I love Beast Wars and the entire franchise, the game does no justice for the series. This game is one that you'll rarely go back and play due to the lack of replay value, and most levels seem to run together and just aren't fun and provide nothing much other than a headache. Still, if you're a fan of the series, you may like to have it just for the hell of it. You know, add for a collection, sell it to some person at a Transformers convention, you never know. In the end, though, I'd have to give this game 2 stars out of 5. Sorry, Beast Wars, you were a good series, you just had bad people handling your merchandise. Alright gamers, that about does it for me. We're wrapping up yet another video game review. I hope you all enjoyed this one as much as the others, and I have more to come, so stay tuned.